It is a very clear night, almost moonless because moon will rise around midnight. And I'm looking at the M109, Messier 109, 109. That's the galaxy near the Phecda in the Ursa Major. This is the star Gamma Ursa Majoris we are looking at, and that's the near to M109. So I will explain how to find it. You put the Phecda, the brightest star, out of the field of view, and slightly to the, turn the telescope slightly to the, yeah, I think when on a map it actually will be lower left, translated into what is in the sky, and then you will see this. Probably I should say that toward the south slightly, and then you'll see this is an oval shape, oval, spherical, round to oval shaped, and there is one brightest star near it, and then in the lower part of the, around 5 o'clock of it, you see another patch of nebulosity kind of object. Let me use the Barlow on this and see what can I discern. Okay, I'm now using the 2x Barlow, 2 times Barlow. Is a Moonfish Barlow, very good quality, very cheap actually. I'm using it with the Maxvision 24mm 82 degrees eyepiece, and what I can see is that the Galaxy M109, which is near the Gamma Ursa Major, that's Phecda, the name of it, is quite visible, easy to see. It really good, well answers to the Barlowing. So when I have now Barlowed, I can see that the patch of nebulosity to the 5 o'clock of it is actually another star. Maybe there is a little superimposed on a background of a nebulosity as a spiral arm or something, but that is part of an asterism of a triangle, right angle triangle, which the side of it passes through the axis of this galaxy, if I imagine it. And that other star that I mentioned is around 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock of the galaxy, is a brighter one, but the two other are now visible when I use the Barlow. It shows clear view. I can see barely some structure in that galaxy also. It's oval. It's kind of like a spiral oval. Now I'm looking at the NGC 3953. It's quite bright. It's easier actually to see than the Messier 109, in my opinion, in my view. Unless I'm looking at something really different than that. It's quite bright. I can see a very bright core and a large halo with a spiral. I can see that. Halo is almost like a smaller version of the M81, a little bit more also rounder than that. Beautiful, quite beautiful actually. Easy to see, just south of the Phecda Gamma Ursa Majoris, and close to the Messier 109. Now I'm using Televue Ethos 21mm, and the field of view, I've removed the Barlow, and the field of view is full of galaxies and tiny stars, as if I'm looking through the Milky Way, and so many galaxies also visible, more than what my eye and mind can actually perceive all of that. I can clearly see M109, can see that NGC1, and 3953 I think it was, and beyond that I can see more smaller ones. It's a group of galaxies in that region. It's not just these two. It's amazing. The view is so good. Okay, I'm now in and I'm looking at the Interstellarium Deep Sky Guide, and that's a desk edition by Ronald Stoyan and Ove Clown. In the 12, these charts which are related to page 12 in this book version of it. This is the actual charts. So 12 is this Ursa Major, and we were looking for galaxy groups of the M109. So NGC 3953 around it is right. There is another galaxy, NGC 3917. So this is the photograph of the Messier 109 or M109, and this is the related drawing of this galaxy. However, I look for the NGC 3953, which is this one, NGC 3953. There is no photograph of it here. However, in the NGC Atlas Photographic Guide d'Observation by the Olivier Godal, which is a really lovely book, you can see NGC 3953 is recorded as a galaxy of magnitude 10.2, and it makes a double galaxy with the 3917. And this is the chart again. I'm showing you the chart, NGC 3953 and M109, and makes a duo with the 3917, NGC 3917. And we can see NGC 3953 here in this book. So having one source is not good. You have to have multiple sources. And yet we can see the NGC 3992, which is M109 here, Messier 109. And if I refer to the Night Sky Observer's Guide Volume 2 Spring and Summer by the George Robert Keppel and Glenn W. Summer, and you come to this page, you can see a description of a photograph of the Messier 109, which is NGC 3922, and then you can find a good description on how it will look in the different size telescopes. So it's 8 to 10 inch telescopes, 100 magnification. This is how it will look, and the triangle is mentioned here. I first observed it, then I'm now seeing it in this book. And 12-inch telescope is not mentioned, but 16 and 18 it shows more details visible. NGC, the other member of this is this NGC 3953, is a bright galaxy, which I was right. Has a prominent core nucleus, and I mentioned that. And that's the NGC 3953, 8 to 10 inch telescopes, and how it will look in the bigger telescopes. So again, it's good to have different sources, otherwise you will miss some vital information, and sometimes Wikipedia and such places don't have that. Now we go for the star charts or supernova star charts finders. So and this is the Messier 109 NGC 3992, and these are the field stars you can see in this galaxy. So if you want to look for supernova, this source I have is very rare. I have not seen it, and this is the only copy I have seen, and I bought it immediately. It was owned by the former president of BAA, Gavin Morris, and now I have it. And that's the NGC 3992, and this is the NGC 39, 38, 93. Do I have 3953? Yeah, that's the NGC 3953 we were looking at. So there's a small bright nucleus, as I mentioned, and this is all the stars, fieldless stars you can see in this galaxy. So they're really faint, you maybe magnitude 15 or something. But when you know this chart and these stars, these are foreground stars in our own galaxy, you will know that if there is any other star, they are supernova. So I'm showing you this thing so my video will be thorough, in the sense that you will have all the information that you need. As a last resource, this is more popular source I'm going for. This is the book by the Dorling Industry called The Stars, the Definitive Visual Guide to the Cosmos. And in the Constellation Ursa Major, you can see the beautifully shown the Messier 109 near the gamma, called Phecda. It's written wrong, it's a mistake, but anyway. And it shows the distance to the stars. So, and there are information, nice information. What I want to say is that practically you need multiple sources of information. You cannot rely only on one source, or on the internet, or whatever you see in forums. You have to have multiple sources.